I could see it happening. If I had to pick right now, I probably have Houston, and I mean I think he's leaving Cleveland, but maybe Cleveland number 2.
So you do think he's leaving?
I'm not like 100%, but yeah, I'm leaning that way.
All right.
I'm over 50% that he's leaving. Here's the thing: where else would you go? Like, if you still want to be competitive, like unless you're just gonna go and play as an individual and not try to win rings. San Antonio, I've always said, I think would be the best place because of Greg Popovich and obviously Kawhi and LaMarcus and some other players.
If Kawhi going to be healthy and he still wants to play there.
Well, that's the thing, because I think this summer the Spurs are going to offer Kawhi an extension, a contract extension, max extension. He might not say yes.
Yep.
And then who knows what happens. They could trade him. So that situation's in flux. Let's take them off the board.
Okay.
Paul George is looking more and more like he's staying in OKC. I think it's getting to the point where, unless there's some implosion where it's obvious this can't work, locker room, on the court, whatever, he almost would look like a phony if he doesn't stay. With the things he's beginning to say about how much he likes it there, Russ, it's almost an easy decision, all that stuff. So the Lakers, if George stays in OKC, why would you go to the Lakers by yourself? Philadelphia, you got the question of Joel Embiid. Can he stay healthy? New York, they got enough maybe to win the East with him, but they couldn't beat Golden State. I think what LeBron should – so Houston makes all the sense in the world. But what if Houston wins it this year? Then I don't know where – you need to just stay, I guess, in Cleveland. What LeBron should have done was last summer when he had the chance, when – Paul George was like, I will sign on to stay at least one more next year in Cleveland if LeBron will do it. LeBron should have done that. That would have given him 2 years to try to win it in Cleveland with Paul George. And I think in 2019, the free agent landscape will be that much clearer. You know, George, you'll know better what he's doing, I think. Embiid, you will have maybe seen him be healthy for 2 straight years.
Yep.
You'll know what the young kids in L.A. are really about. Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma. So I just think this has turned out to be a summer that there may not be any great places for him to go. And so, yeah, I think Houston, if they don't win it, is the front runner.
If you think about it, the Rockets already now, the projected cap is $101 million. They got $80 million committed. Chris Paul is a free agent. So is Clint Capella. So is Trevor Ariza. Now, LeBron has already made it abundantly clear he's not playing for anything less than a max contract.
Yep.
LeBron's trying to buy an NBA franchise. The quickest way to do that is not by giving money back. You maximize your earning potential. I just don't see it.
Financially.
What if he goes to New Orleans?
I mean, that would make sense. I just don't know. Just like I didn't see him going to San Antonio, now New Orleans is obviously a great city, but I just see him more glamour, big, huge market, unless it's at home in Cleveland.
Yeah, look here. What did Rich Paul say? Winning is what makes people like you and buy your shoes, not where you play. Boogie, Braun, AD. We trouble.
They need some shooters.
I know.
We got
trouble for Golden State?
Yeah. Well, hey, you got a pound. Hey, Boogie, we need 20 a night rebounds. AD, we need you to get us 30, because we know Braun. You know Braun, but dude, Braun, that.
It's not a bad thought. I don't know if he'd do it, but it's not. It'd be interesting.
Get us one shooter.
So, Chris Broussard, what chance do you give Houston of winning it all this year?
30%.
I give it no percent. That's what
Really?
Yeah. So, again, I think that's going to be on the table. But then to Shannon's point, then everything changes in the offseason because everybody can leave.
Yep.
And they need those role players, the shooters and Capella.
As much as I
million.
respect what Houston is doing so far, both James and Chris Paul have histories in the postseason of coming up small. So are you going to trust them when it really comes push to shove? Because James Harden in that Game 6 against San Antonio last year, I'm still looking for him. I don't know what happened to him. And Chris has had moment after moment with the Clippers where it just, I don't know what happened. So would LeBron say in his heart of hearts, I want to go there? He's had some shaky moments in his career. Are you going to put those three together and magic's going to happen? I don't know. Maybe. And the only way that I see LeBron maxing his shot at winning a ring, and you're just going to laugh out loud at this, would be to take no money and go to Golden State. I mean, is that, well, seriously.
After they win another championship.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if you want to go max somewhere,
yeah, if you just want to get
max your
rings,
chances.
but
that wouldn't even be.
But that's just collecting rings.
Adam Silver wouldn't even let that happen. You know?
No, he would. But that would be a horrible look. Don't you?
Okay.
I mean, that would be a horrible look.
But I'm saying if we're trying to if
that'd be a
if
horrible
you're talking about joining forces,
true.
that's the ultimate join
KD
forces.
look good to me with those rings on.
Yeah, but KD already ruined the balance of competition in the league. This would just do it even more. So it wouldn't be because they don't like KD went and carried the team. He fit perfectly into that line. They would. I hope he ain't even considering.
They play like they played last night. Skip, ain't nobody beating Golden State. You saw what they did last night.
It was a tour de force. I agree, but the Spurs have a chance if they can figure out Kawhi. And to your point, there is one man that LeBron James believes in above any man, and it's that coach in San Antonio.
Yeah.
They have real love for each other, and LeBron respects him and trusts him. And for LeBron to trust a coach, that's I don't think he trusts anybody the way he trusts that coach because they've obviously been together.
Isn't Pop the 2020 coach in the Olympics?
Yeah,
I believe so. So the point is, Kawhi Leonard, I don't know what has happened. All I know from my sources is that the Spurs doctors and independent surgeon, independent physical therapists who are at the top of their professions can't find anything wrong with it, with his quad. But he continues to complain. He'll play a game and wake up the next morning. He's got quad pain and nobody can figure it out. He doesn't trust anyone because of his issues from his childhood, so he's fallen out of trust with the organization. The one organization in sports that goes overboard to protect players from injury, right? Yep. To give them all that they need to rehab, all the time off they need. So the Spurs finally threw up their hands and said, okay, we can't figure this out, and if you don't believe us, then you go do it on your own. We'll give you as much time as you need to a point. I mean, I don't know how long he's making $19 million. At some point you're going to say, well, we're paying him $19 million to do what? Yeah. So has it fallen completely apart? I don't think so. Not yet. But is it teetering? Yeah, it's teetering.
Yeah, no question.
Okay, but if they can refigure it out and get him back in good graces and vice versa, which is it's going to be a big issue, but I still think that team has enough depth and firepower with a healthy Kawhi, and I don't know if it's going to happen this year. They're good enough to challenge Golden State because I saw it happen last year in Game 1.
Well, I definitely think now, I agree with you, Chris. The best place for me would be in San Antonio.
Yep.
LeBron, Kawhi, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Okay.
Yeah. So now,
it would work.
Yes.
Oh, and I mean, look at what Pop has done with marginal names. Patty Mills. I mean, Danny Green. They would have shooting.
Dejounte Murray's coming alive, man.
Exactly.
He's starting to look like a player.
Yeah, if he wants to win and it be competitive, I mean, like you're right. If he goes to Golden State, he can win 4 or 5 more rings.
Okay.
Yeah,
but if he wants to compete for rings, San Antonio.
They might literally win. If LeBron were to go to Golden State, they might only lose 5 games that year.
You could be right about that.
They might go 70-75. But what fun is that?
Yeah, no,
okay, I don't know.
It'd be
that would be.
But you said with Kevin Durant, when all is said and done, people just say, how many rings did you win? Yeah. Oh, you won 4
No,
rings.
I don't know. No.
I think that would hurt his legacy if he went to Golden State.
Yeah.
You would obviously be destroying him, and rightly so.
I don't know, but if he go to San Antonio, man,
what?
Can't.
Why not?
Why?
This is my team?
Yep.
Chris,
Would
thanks for joining
Would
us.
it still be your team?
How
that
much
would be
does
interesting.
Tom Brady
Would you
have
be pulling
left?
for LeBron?
I would.
Oh,